up, everybody? Back again. A new problem with my wife's IS300. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this car, man. It's like one thing after fuck another. Whatever. Now the problem is brake lights on, brake pedals hard. I'm getting an air sound when I press the brake pedal, like an air leak. And the ABS is engaging on low speed braking. So that's telling me the brake booster went bad. Hopefully. I picked up another brake booster from a guy parting out an IS300 here locally in Pembroke Pines. So I got it in the trunk right now. I gotta clean it up. It's like covered in brake fluid and shit. Again, taking the car to the old shop, and then start pulling the master cylinder off with the brake booster, swapping everything over, and hopefully it'll solve my problem. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yep, that's it. Alright, so guess what, everybody? It's fucking raining. Big surprise. So finally made it here, and looking over what I have to do really is just unbolt the master cylinder, which is gonna suck because I'm gonna lose brake fluid, and that means I might have to go out and get some. So pull that away from the booster. Then the hardest part I feel like is going to be climbing underneath the dash and undoing all four of the nuts that go just behind the firewall. So, by the way, this is the new used booster. I cleaned it. It was all greasy. I cleaned it up with some little gasoline in a spray bottle and a couple of shop towels. That came off of it, so she's looking really good right now. I went ahead and pulled the cover off because, you guys know I just drove here 40 miles, or not 40 miles, but like 10 miles, and that cover retains a lot of heat, so I want the heat to just escape to cool this engine down a lot quicker. But other than that, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start disconnecting the brake lines to separate the master cylinder from the booster, and we'll go from there. So the only thing that sucks that I can see here is I have a low pressure rubber hose that goes to a hard line here that feeds the ABS pump, and it comes around to the bottom of the fluid reservoir. So I'm trying to minimize the amount of fluid I lose. A, so I don't have to refill the system a whole lot, and B, because brake fluid will eat up any paint and cause premature corrosion on metal surfaces. So with that said, I'm gonna try to figure something out for that right now. Alright, so changed my mind on that hose. I didn't want to take it off completely because it would be more of a fucking hassle. So what I did, I slid the clamp back on there, went ahead and unbolted the master cylinder and just moved it aside. And I have some bungee cords right here, just kind of holding it up out of the way around the hood hinge. So now I could jump inside the car and start unbolting it from the firewall. All right, so now with the seat all the way down and back, obviously put the steering wheel all the way up, give yourself as much room as possible. First thing down here is you're gonna see this pin. You're gonna pull this little cotter pin like that, set it aside, grab the spring, take it off the other pin that's there, the larger pin, let it hang down, and then you can push this out. and that's gonna disconnect the brake pedal from the brake booster. There's a pin. So that's your first step. Next, you got one nut there, a nut here, and if I can get the GoPro in here, one here, and then one above it in a square pattern. Just undo those 4 12mm nuts, and then the booster should just come off the firewall and the engine bay. Well, I'm a fucking asshole. I got 3 nuts out. I got them all 4. I got all 4 nuts out. I only have 3 because the 4th one slipped out of my fingertips and went behind the fucking carpet. Oh man. Why? I'll tell you, nothing can ever fucking just go smoothly. So now I gotta figure out how to get that nut. Fuck me.
A few moments later.
Alright, so just finished the inside, got the new booster bolted up to the firewall with the pin connected to the pedal. I ended up finding an extra nut that I had in my stash of nuts and bolts, so I went ahead, had 4 complete set. So the one is just behind the carpet, it's gone. So it's gone forever until somebody buys this and guts it and turns it into a race car. Anyways, so now the process is just reverse. Bolt this back into place, put the lines. I lost maybe only like 2 or 3 drops of brake fluid. I shouldn't have to bleed anything, but we'll see when I go for a test drive how the pedal feels. That's it. That was almost too easy. So let's see if it fixed our problem.
One eternity later.
Okay, welcome to the second half of this video, the brake booster video. And what you just watched happened back in last year, in August 2019. It's now June 2020, and the brake booster failed again. So last night, jumped on the old internets and I got me another used unit. Why would I do that, you ask? Well, simple. AutoZone, Advance, Napa, Pep Boys, O'Reilly's are all remanufactured and double the cost. Brand new from Lexus is $800. That doesn't fucking make sense to me. So with that said, I found another guy parting out an IS300, go figure, in South Florida. These things are a fucking dime a dozen, and somebody's always parting one out. And I picked this unit up for 130 schmeckles. I'm a little annoyed. Why the fuck do they keep failing? It's not like my wife is autocrossing and racing the fucking car and doing brake stands and shit. However, here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull this master cylinder off because I don't need it, and I'll just throw it back there in the old parts shed, and basically just kind of clean this one up. She looks to be in okay shape, not terrible. Little bit of surface rust there, but I'm not gonna exactly give a fuck. And then throw it in the car tomorrow. So it was funny because I told myself, I messaged like 5 fucking people on OfferUp that are parting out ISs, which is a lot. And luckily this guy responded. But I was like, fuck man, if nobody responds, I might just have to borrow Vic's and eventually just replace his whenever somebody gets around to it. But luckily I don't have to do that. This is gonna stay together. What I am fucking thinking about is if this one fails, I don't know, either get the chase bays booster delete / ABS delete, or I don't know, get rid of the car, because I don't know how many fucking boosters I'm gonna put in this fucking thing. Is this a common problem for ISs? I don't know, somebody let me know. So let's go ahead and pull this fucking master off with the fucking heater. And what are they, fucking 12s or 14s? I'm gonna say 12s. Is it a 12? Let's see if it's a 12. It's a fucking 12, boys. Jam this in there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. I love doing this one-handed. I mean, I have a fucking GoPro head strap, but I refuse to use it for some weird reason. And to the parts shed you go. That's a good spot for it. Somebody please buy all this crap. I'm for real. Fucking buy it.